Hey, what's up? This is Frank.
This is Paul.
This is the maiden voyage of the FLG Podcast. We're going to try to get this going weekly, somewhere around 30 minutes. Hit pretty much anything going on in game culture, nerd culture, all that jazz. This show, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the Watch Dogs delay, some cryptic stuff Kojima said, talk a little bit about games with gold and what's going on with that. Some Nintendo's issues they've been having with X and Y, a couple more things. Now what we're going to start talking about definitely is the Watch Dogs delay. Now every single person I know is all about Watch Dogs, and one of the biggest reasons that they're ready to dive right into the next gen. And just a little bit ago, they announced that they're pushing it back Spring 2004?
Spring 2014.
Oh, man.
Which is not a good time to be a game, especially with Titanfall and Destiny dropping.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm. They don't have to worry much about Titanfall, but Destiny's more of an open world than they're probably going to lead on to believe, so that's going to be their biggest competitor around that time.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty intense. I didn't even think about what else was coming on at Spring 24. That's some real heavy hitters with Bungie.
You got Xbox's killer app coming out.
Yeah, and honestly, for me, as a big mech guy, Titanfall has my pants tight. That's what I'm saying. I mean, but what I wanted to think is, like I said, pretty much everyone I know who's super about next gen, I'm not, was all about Watch Dogs. So what I want to know, is that going to affect the initial sales of the Xbox One and the PS4? Okay.
It will and it won't, just for the sheer fact that there's people out there who are buying it for just Watch Dogs. Those people will be affected. Somebody like me, I just look at it as I just got something to look forward in 2014 before Titanfall. I mean, with Watch Dogs delaying itself, it opens up Assassin's Creed to be Ubisoft's big open world hitter instead of competing with itself. That was the biggest thing I think that they benefit from, because you got AC4 and Watch Dogs coming out the same time, and I mean people are going to be divided. You're going to have those AC fanatics and you're going to have people jumping into Watch Dogs, and I think they will take a big hit in sales because of it.
Because you'd have to choose between which open world game you wanted, really. Another thing on that point, apparently from what I read, Amazon is still delivering PS4s to the people who pre-ordered the Watch Dog bundles. So that's pretty cool. So I guess those people who, unless they literally want nothing to do with next gen until Watch Dogs, I guess they're still getting it. So
it's good to see them deliver on the customer promise. I'm sure they'll just drop the price or give them free shipping or something for the inconvenience.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's a little more than just that. I mean, that's pretty awesome that they could easily have just been like, oh, well, too bad. Guess you're waiting until fucking spring to get your next gen.
Yeah, I don't see them doing it, though, just for the sheer fact that's, $400 they're losing out of their pockets. So, I mean,
yeah.
Amazon and companies are all about money. They're not about friendships.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to be your friend, that's for sure. Let's see. Alright, well, another thing is, earlier today, Kojima, Hideo Kojima, creator of MGS5, Zone of Enders, a lot more old stuff that no one knows about.
All those fun Japanese games that people like me just are like, alright, that's another Japanese game.
You'd be like, I'll take Vanquish over this.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me Japanese games trying to be American. Although, I'm definitely with you, and that's like my favorite, weird
niche sub-core genre.
Exactly. I still need to play
Binary Domain.
I still need to, yeah.
Fantastic, cheesy, shitty 80s B-action.
I'm all about that, man. All about that. I just remember how much fun Vanquish was.
That game was just...
That game was a romp.
Got jets in my legs for no apparent reason.
Sliding on knees. The most stylish way I've ever seen anyone get around.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Just like the main thing that always makes you think of that is you slide on the knees to like that big robot, do like the flip kick, freeze time, and then like
blast him.
That was just, I could do that all day. It was so fun. I don't even know what. Have you looked at like speed runs of like the challenge missions of this game? Oh man, people got so good at that game. But hey. But anyway, apparently Kojima said about Metal Gear Solid 5 that it'll be playable whatever you want, whenever you want. So So what that's saying to me is that he's planning some kind of either really in-depth mobile app, which is not the direction I'd like, or something more of the line, something with the Vita, which I don't have a Vita. I'm a 3DS man. Pokemon. But I could definitely see that. I mean, think about how cool it would be if you could get in your box or whatever, and some kind of remote, like the RXS XD or whatever, like the Kill Streak. Like, imagine if you could whip out your Vita, use one of those, push it out of the box, and then... Also, is MGS5 coming for the Wii U? Or have they not even said anything about that? I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's just the two big hitters.
Probably,
with the Xbox and the PlayStation.
But I could definitely imagine some pretty cool stuff with like a stealth gameplay and using like a second screen for stuff like that. I mean, even like an optic wire, that would be pretty cool.
I mean, with all the other games doing second screen, like The Division with the whole UAV and calling in drone strikes, and then you got Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, Dead Rising 3.
Dead Rising 3 is going to be heavily, not reliant, but I mean, you have a big window to use the second screen through.
Yeah.
The Smart Glass app, which I know Microsoft's heavily pushing.
Mm-hmm. I have it. I mean, I use it.
I love it. I mean,
exactly.
It's just even using it for the remote control. I mean,
exactly. I use it for if I'm using Netflix. That's what I usually use as my phone, which is still so cool. I mean, do they have the Smart Glass app for like the Galaxy Gear? Because then we'd be fine. Then it would be truly Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly.
Like on your watch. That would be cool. I'd be all about that.
That'd be a little too techno for me, man. Just sitting there.
I don't know. I want my flying cars already.
Yeah, I know. It's been too close to Jetsons.
Yeah, well, what time was Jetsons supposed to be? Like 2010 or something like that?
I don't even know.
We're still pretty far
a few years behind.
Yeah, but I definitely think if anyone can come up with a really innovative, fun way to use a second screen would definitely be Kojima. That man has ideas.
As long as it convolutes the story even more, I'm all for it.
Nanomachines.
don't have a way to explain anything. It's nanomachines.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Another point. Games for Gold is the Xbox 360 service that previously they said was pretty much just for a short amount of time or something like that.
It's till the end of the year from E3.
It was just to the end of the year. That's what
I believe they said. It was just about to the end of the year.
But now it's now considered an ongoing benefit. So I guess that's going to stick around. I hope that sticks into, this next generation too, because that would be great. And they have to compete with PlayStation Plus somehow. I mean, that's a great service from everyone who I've heard, and I've seen a lot of games that are really good going for free on that, and the Vita games too.
Yeah,
that's not even. You get games for two systems.
PlayStation Plus, man, there's no competition.
I know. I mean, I'm an Xbox man this generation, live and die. I pretty much played I won Ni no Kuni from a contest on Facebook, and I've been playing it at my friend's house, and it's goddamn stupendous, of course. Feels like a Miyazaki movie in motion. But, man, I wish we've had something like PS Plus on Xbox for a while.
That's been my only complaint comparing the two. I mean, I won't use my PSN because of the security issues.
Yeah.
Because they didn't change anything once they put it back up.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, the PlayStation Plus, man, it's too good.
It is.
There's no competition for it right now.
There's not. There's so many good games. I mean, even AAA.
You got full AAA titles. I mean, even if they're 2 years old, like a Just Cause 2.
Exactly.
Still Just Cause
2 is just stupendous. One of my favorite open world games.
It's still, high quality. Once a retail at $60 a game that you were playing for free.
Exactly. Well, no matter what way you cut it.
Yeah, I mean,
Nintendo needs to do something like that because they won't fucking lower the goddamn prices of anything for a third party. I'm pretty sure Super Mario DS is still $30.
And that's the thing with Nintendo; they can do that because you have that's why I don't like
brand
Nintendo.
Loyalty. And I mean, I'm a Nintendo guy, so it's coming from me. I mean,
that's why
eat pretty much anything they shit out. I don't know what's wrong with me. Speaking of Nintendo, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but there's a new 3DS XL that they found out it is going on in the UK for for Zelda Link Between Worlds. Oh my god, is it gorgeous. It's got the front of it is, that nice Zelda gold that we all know from all of their the games when they first come out. We all still got our fucking Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask carts. But that is that color, and then on the bottom it's black, and you can see it's got a Triforce, and then a flipped under Triforce, with the whole switching world things. And then you open it, the face is still all gold. It is gorgeous. I was so mad when I thought it was just coming out to UK, but apparently through some kind of, I think it was in a Best Buy or Toys R Us Black Friday
GameStop.
ad. It was GameStop? Okay,
Yeah.
apparently it is confirmed for US. It was leaked. Don't hold us to that. I mean, people are real damn good with Photoshop, but I would be happy about that. I don't know. I mean, my biggest complaint about the 3DS, definitely how they handle downloads. I don't like how it's all bound to your system and I'd have to do a transfer. I love my XL. I still really want one. Who knows, maybe I'll get one, but it's a sexy piece of machinery.
For someone who doesn't like handhelds, it does look very nice.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see the first. I wonder what the first special edition 2DS they're going to release is. I'm surprised they didn't do a Pokemon one with the release.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't either, seeing as they came out near the same time.
Exactly, same day.
Was it the same day?
That's why I know, like, a lot of people, they're like, oh, why are they doing this? And I'm like, you really don't see they're trying to literally murder the Vita? Like, that is the point of this. Like, I mean, it hasn't been a week yet, so we don't have first week sales. It's almost a week. But I'm willing to bet the 2DS did really fucking well. Because people buying it for Pokemon. I know, even in the group especially, a lot of people, they bought a $100 Pokemon machine last week.
Yep.
Like,
well, I mean, even in Japan's so loyal to Nintendo. All they have to do is say, yeah, we got something new coming out in Japan.
Yeah, and they'll buy it. I can't wait to see. I'm honestly really excited to see just what sales look like in general this holiday season with, this gen starting to finally sputter out. The next gen will be just starting. We got the 2DS going. Like, I believe the 2DS is going to stuff the Vita purely on a name and the fact that it's cheaper. So your soccer moms, all your stuff. I heard, people who are 25-year-old colleges complaining about the 2DS. Newsflash, it's not for you.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop making the 3DS. I love my 3D. I love my clamshell design. I'm not getting a 2DS. Do I think, am I like vehemently against the 2DS? No, not at all. I think it's great, and I totally understand why. But I think it's really going to show around the holiday season when you got your soccer moms who are looking to get their kids stuff.
You have the uninformed consumer going into Toys R Us or just saying they want a Nintendo handheld.
They go, oh yeah, I want a handheld. What are they going to get? Are they going to get the $100 Nintendo, every page? Like, oh, with the Mario. Yeah.
The Mario with the Pokemon.
They're going to mispronounce it. You know that. Those are the ones who the 2DS is for, not for the 25-year-old in college, and I wish people would get that.
That's the thing, people are never going to get that. They see it as Nintendo's trying to market something, trying to give me something, like, I don't like it though, so it's not for me.
Yeah.
So they're going to be just completely against it, which is silly as hell.
Definitely. I agree completely, really. Let's see. Well, speaking of handhelds and stuff, apparently the latest heavy hitter, X and Y, which of course I've been completely obsessed with. I'm so happy I got my hands on it. Such cool Pokemon designs. The game's great. Probably, I'm still pretty early in the game. Might be the best Pokemon game ever made. I'm a gold and silver guy.
Just throwing it out there.
X and Y is stupendous in so many ways. And I missed Black and White 2 when it first came out, so I didn't get to do much with all like wireless features and stuff. I battled Dookie Shed at 4 o'clock in the morning a couple days ago because we were bored over the internet. Like, it's still blowing my mind, the fact that I can just, like, tell someone, just hit them up and be like, oh, fucking, you want me to help you out? There's things called O-Powers that I guess stands for like online powers that you can give to people who are your friends and stuff like that. I almost was dead in a battle. My Frogadier was about to die. Someone in the group sent me HP in the middle of the battle, and I won. I was like,
why not?
What? It's so cool. Like, the online features are so robust and cool. Like, there's a feature called Wonder Trade, where you just pick some random-ass Pokemon out of your thing, and it just trades it with someone else who picked it and whatever. So you're just like, it's like a Pokemon lottery.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But one of the biggest things is apparently there's a small problem in the main city. It's called like Lumoy City or something like that. You know, it's a real big spiraling city. It looks unlike any other city in Pokemon. Apparently there's been some kind of issue that is corrupting save data if they save outside of it. I don't think it's happened to anyone in the group yet because we got right on it the second we found out that it happened. But apparently Nintendo has acknowledged it. Thankfully, of course, we're like, I don't know, there's no problem. We're Nintendo. We're still in 2003. What's online? But apparently they're working on a fix, and they released a graph basically showing where the problem area is, where this glitch can occur in Lumoy City or whatever. So definitely check that out. I know we're gonna include some links with this to some of these articles and stuff like that, so you'll be able to check it out there. So you definitely don't want to lose your Pokemon data. That's for sure.
People will riot over Pokemon data.
Well, I mean, did you see that people are calling each other out for Saturday night in Pokemon?
Are they really?
Oh, yes. I had to screen cap Chris say he's accepting all challengers. He's going to show him what's up. And he did a Nuzlocke run.
Did he really?
Of X and Y completely blind. That takes some balls. And he won. He beat him. And it was funny because he battled Steven, who also has beat the Elite Four and everything. And he got whooped. Steven got completely thrashed, and Chris says, the bonds we have created. I'm like, that makes sense. Like, you definitely have to plan yourself 1,000 times harder. And I know he's been taking advantage. I'm happy they finally admitted, hey, Pokemon's deeper than it looks on the outside, and they actually have included ways to help with some of these competitive aspects, like EV effort values and IV's individual values, which are pretty much... IVs is pretty much being a Pokemon genealogist and breeding a genetically superior Pokemon. It's crazy. A lot of people don't realize.
Absurd. It really does. From a non-player, it sounds really absurd.
Chris posted the other day. He's like, "Well, I can't wait. I'm gonna determine EVs by hand." So I'm pretty sure he's sitting there with graph paper trying to figure shit out with Pokemon.
Just doing so much more math than anybody has ever done in high school.
Exactly, for Pokemon, of course.
For Pokemon.
They just finally, Cerebi just finally released the base stats for Pokemon within an error margin of 5, which is pretty much determines how good they are in best form. So I know the group went crazy. Now it's finally getting to the point where we can start to move beyond just, we're all playing through the game still, and we can get to the point where we can start really planning our competitive teams. I'm excited to see what's going to go down in about a month.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have, and we have Dookie in the group too, who's a YouTuber with, over 100,000 subs, and his biggest thing's Pokemon. So we know he whooped my ass the other night. I almost won, but that man made some calls that only a man who plays a little too much Pokemon would know.
About to get out.
Yeah.
So it's within a month, we're definitely going to see a nice tier list.
Yeah, I would say we're going to, the meta of X and Y is going to start to be established here soon. I know about Cerebi or Bulbapedia have gotten, they finally started to roll out move lists, TMs, all that stuff. Because, one thing I absolutely love with what they did to Pokemon was a worldwide global release. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't...
Everybody hits it out.
Yeah, so it wasn't us just, waiting for the Japanese players to feed us their precious information.
Exactly.
They were smart and, wait a second, Pokemon's a worldwide phenomenon.
Exactly.
It was just way smarter. Definitely, I think.
It makes a much level playing advantage, even though the Japanese stay up 26 hours a day playing Pokemon.
Pretty much.
It's like the Koreans with StarCraft.
Pretty much. It's funny how you can see how, we try, how, you can tell how much the 3DS and a lot of the systems built into it and a lot of the games is so much built for that, like, the very cramped area of Japan where everyone walks, everyone, like...
Exactly.
I don't get street passes unless I'm with my girlfriend, which I just street pass her, like, every day because we both have 3DSs. Or if I go to, like, a convention or, you know, one of our events. I was happy the last event we had, I came out with 10 street passes, which is the max you can have at a time. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's just funny to see, like, how much more that stuff's built. Like, I know they have, like, there's these things called Nintendo Zones that are in, like... where are they? They're in, like, Best Buy and stuff like that. Sometimes, apparently, in America, to make up for the fact that not everyone and their mother's crammed into a building like Tuna.
Yeah.
Apparently, when you go by those, the zone itself, like, street passes up to, like, 6 people. And the next people that walk by it, like, sends their street pass data to them. I've yet to use it, but... Sounds like a pretty cool way for, you know, especially if you live in a place where no one else fucking has one. That might be your only chance to get... Because there's some fun stuff that has to do with the Street Pass, and a lot of games have stuff specifically built for Street Pass into it, and there's the whole Street Pass Plaza that has, like, a bunch of games and stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely take a look into Toys R Us, because I know when Pokemon comes out and drops, they're pretty big into releasing on that.
Oh, yeah.
I know the last one, when I used to work at Toys R Us, they had a station where you can get a limited edition exclusive Pokemon. All you had to do was connect it to something or another.
Yeah, they had a, for Pokemon, I think it's like the first week and a half, if you go to Mystery Gift or whatever and connect to the internet, you get a Torchic that has Speed Boost, which is a great ability. I know you don't really know Pokemon. It increases your speed every turn.
Yeah.
And it's holding the item that it uses to get the Mega Evolution or whatever. So, like, oh, great. And, of course, Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken is an amazing line. It's nice playing through the game, and I have 3 starters on my team. Like, it's so cool. Like, I just got Venusaur, which was kind of nice to see Venusaur in, like, all of its 3D glory.
Yeah, I don't like...
It was kind of like, I actually, my friend, I went over to his house and he hasn't seen it yet, and my girlfriend was playing it, and he was like, and she turned around and she asked me about a move that occurred, and he was like, is that the new Pokemon? He was like, oh my, and I was like, oh, I forgot, you still haven't seen. He was so crazy about it. Just the whole fact is, I mean, it's 3D, we had Stadium and all that, but holy crap. Ugh. So good. Alright, let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, this is great news for our PC Master Race. So we don't have to deal with games for Windows Live anymore on the Batman Arkham games. So no more jumping through hoops and that bullshit. Anyone who plays on PC and has attempted to play a game with that terrible cancerous DRM on it just breathes a sigh of relief. Because those are great games. But there's been times where I wasn't able to sign on to it because whatever reason, I swear to God, it was the most fickle thing. They also added more achievements, and they added trading cards, which is such a... I really hope consoles do something like that. Trading cards, such a cool, fun little thing. And it's nice because if I don't give a shit about them, I can sell them for like 20 cents on the Steam Marketplace.
Which it would make sense for more Sony to do something like that, seeing Steam and Sony are more intertwined.
Yeah, I know they did the whole Portal 2 thing together.
But I mean, it also makes the point that see if Steam will come back towards Microsoft's side, seeing as they have let up a whole bunch of restrictions that Steam was getting all pissy about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely, you know, as everything keeps going, it gets close. I feel like consoles get closer and closer to the versatility of PC and stuff like that. I mean, well, the Steam box and stuff's coming too soon, which is crazy. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an interesting take on. You know.
I can't wait to see just the. I just want to see reception. You know. Yeah. Like I know, all of us PC guys are happy to be able to have something that we can. We don't have to lug around our, 80-pound tower with a monitor and stuff like that.
Hanging off your belt buckle and walk around.
Exactly. Like, I play fighting games. There's a lot of great fighting games finally coming out for PC. It's great. But unless you're just an online warrior, are you going to bring your PC to, everywhere you go? Exactly. It works because... my Xbox not that big, it's not that heavy, I can stick it in a bag, throw my fight stick, off I go.
Exactly.
Got my I mean, that's my big. I'm like, everyone's getting so excited about fighting games on. I still want to play Dive Kick, by the way, because it just looks hilarious.
It does.
I hope someone has it at the at Saturday night. Oh, Travis is bringing. In preparation for the new Blaze Blue, he bought Japanese PlayStation points or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was looking at what to buy with the extra ones. And I forget what it was called, but I looked it up. Apparently, it's a Japanese eroge dating sim.
Oh, God.
Which, as he described it to me, you go to a hostess club and attempt to get them drunk and then stick bananas in their mouth. Literally bananas. I'm not saying anything else. Like, he's bringing it.
There is no sense.
I'm pretty sure me, him, and Camille are going to be in stitches laughing at this game and how ridiculous it sounds.
I'm sure Camille will be in stitches and other things.
Oh, God, knowing Camille. We love her.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, Blizzard has changed the name of its MOBA from, pretty sure it was Blizzard All-Stars. Now it's Heroes of the Storm. I'm not much of a MOBA guy myself. Except for Awesome Knots, which is...
Isn't that a hybrid anyway?
Kind of. It's kind of like an action platforming MOBA. Pretty much everything that I do like about the MOBA game and genre, without the things I hate about the MOBA genre. It's much faster. Everyone feels a lot more unique because of the added dimension of, besides being able to move left to right, you move up and down, so things actually move different. I feel like, you can throw in whatever you want, all the samey kits on a LoL champion. It's still going to move the same way as anyone else. Like, it's not like in Awesome Knots, there's characters that can fly, and there's characters that... There's an algae. There's a old 40s gangster-esque algae that rides on a blowfish voiced by Total Biscuit.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fantastic.
He's my character. I mean, Vinny and Spike's pretty amazing. Don't nerf him anymore, Ronimo. I swear to God. But basically... I love Awesome Knots, but I know a lot of people are really excited about what is now Heroes of the Storm. Blizzard's games have a lot of great characters, a lot of great stuff. If there was a traditional MOBA I'd be excited about, and I played the original Dota All-Stars mod and stuff like that. I didn't just jump into the genre with League or anything like that.
Yeah.
At the second I tell people I don't like League or Dota 2, really, they're like, and I'm like, no, I played it before you even knew it was a thing.
Yeah.
If there was one I would be excited about, it would be one that I can play as things from the StarCraft universe, because that's one of my favorite universes.
That's the only issue with that is, you're seeing a lot more of MOBA-style games coming.
Oh, yeah. And you see a lot of them just come out and die. Like, is Champions of Middle-earth, does anyone play that? Or whatever that was?
They just released it on PC, so I don't know.
Oh, really? That might breathe a little extra
I don't know
life.
what kind of crowd it is on PC. I know on console, because they never fixed the server issues. There was no point in playing it.
Oh, really? What, they're having lots of disconnects and stuff like that?
There's a lot of disconnects and a lot of lag. You can't really deal with lag on a MOBA.
Exactly, I know.
Seconds matter.
Exactly. That's why I feel that's why I don't like playing fighting games online. Because if there is, I know you're from Injustice. If there is a genre where things come down to frames, it is fighting games. Lag is unacceptable like that. And plus, losing is a thing that's going to happen in fighting games, and you're not... What I always say, if you're not losing, you're not learning. Yeah. That's the hardest thing about getting people into fighting games, is you have to teach them not to get mad when you lose. You have to take it, okay, how did I lose? Why did I lose? How can I improve? If you play online, you know what your mind's going to tell you? Lag. He lagged. I lagged. I'm the best. Lag. And that's how I am.
I can't say that it hasn't happened, but majority of the times when I lose, it's, there was this one opening I left open and quarter of my health bar is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to make it up online.
Exactly. Definitely. Like, when you lose in person, you can't blame it on anything.
Well, I can't say that. When I'm playing Mark in person, I can blame his beard. Just,
Your beard's too manly. I'll just blame his Nightwing because it's ace as fuck. Oh, so
Dick
painful.
loading
Well, I just remember when I was like, because even though I didn't play it much, my Doomsday was pretty decent. The day when I played him, when I first met him, and he just like, I went and did the meter burn elbow drop, and he just like, knocked me out of the air. I was like, I don't have anything
Game
else.
over.
I'm done.
You've hit my playbook. I'm done.
Yeah.
Just get you in the corner, flying Grayson. Oh, what's that corner trap? Corner trap.
So painful. That's what I mean. Like I've been watching some of the stuff from Chrono Phantasm. Oh my god! If you think you can pressure like crazy in Injustice, watch an anime game. You can look at your watch and go, when can I stop blocking and get a chance to do something? Oh, it's crazy.
That's one thing that's always turned me off the anime fighters is not having that chance. I see people in Marvel.
Well, that's what we'll see. Marvel's a lot different. In a lot of anime games, you have something called a burst, which is basically like a combo breaker that you can activate while you're getting hit, and you have like two of those.
I figure there was some sort of combo breaker whenever I play like a Blaz Blue or something like that. I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm like, well, this is over.
Thank God for push block, I gotta say that much.
Yeah. I mean, especially with Injustice, they're doing a lot better job of NetherRealms is understanding that their formula for Mortal Kombat is outdated and done.
Thank God.
Oh, I know.
I'll say it on the internet, Mortal Kombat was ass. Sorry. Blood stopped impressing me when I was 12.
Yeah.
Just gotta say.
I don't know. The most recent one was alright. It was a good
Mortal
step
Kombat 9 was a step in the right direction, and the only Mortal Kombat I'd say I enjoyed to an extent. That I could play without crying. I'm still not a fan of block buttons, but hopefully Injustice is a gigantic step in the right direction. It's a leap. It's leaps and bounds step in the right direction. I'm so mixed about Killer Instinct.
From everybody I've heard that's played it that likes fighting games, they say it's very fluid.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have to just get it in my hands.
Double Helix throws me off, but everybody I've heard that's touched it says it just handles like it should.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if Double Helix can pull out a good game, then I have no problem playing.
Exactly. If it's good, I don't care who makes it.
That's the good thing about it. You can always go to like a Microsoft store that has a one, and that's one of the demos that you can play.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, I know there's one in Orlando.
Might be able to take a field trip to go play some Injustice over there.
That's what I'm saying. Alright, we gotta wrap up here soon. Path of Exile, since we were talking about PC. Really good action RPG along the vein of, I'd say more along the veins of Diablo 2 versus Diablo 3. One of the most extensive customizations I've ever had in a game. It's completely freeform. It's kind of reminiscent of the Sphere Grid, if anyone remembers that from Final Fantasy X. Really great game. Its official release date is October 23rd, I think, at 10 o'clock Pacific time, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be nice to see the game finally out of beta, because it is a good game, for sure.
Well, does everything carry over from beta?
Yeah. There's no... The last character wipe was, like, before I even played. I hate character wipes, so I usually wait until there's no more character wipes to play shit. Here's an interesting thing. Apparently in Brazil, the PS4 is going to cost almost double the amount of the Xbone. Why? That's so, like, that's crazy.
It's a very silly thing, especially since there's no rumor on if the Xbox One is gonna cost more.
Yeah.
So what is it with Sony that they have to? I think they say it's $1,800.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Some ridiculous number.
Yeah.
For the Xbox One.
I mean, I would
for the PS4 to be open.
I'd buy a computer.
Yeah.
I mean,
could you imagine the computer you could buy for $1,800?
Oh my God! As someone who knows how to do that kind of stuff,
you'd be playing next gen before next gen even comes out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you still can use computers crazy.
Yeah, well, that's you. I don't even. Just shaking my head in shame at the Skyrim images he's posted.
Oh, dude, they were beautiful. You remember when that was the best? We were all excited over Skyrim posting things. He's like, hold on, let me go download a couple mods and post something.
Let me go high-res everything, and then there's just no jagged corners to be found anywhere.
Anti-aliasing out the ass.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, apparently I read also PS4 games are going to be like $180 equivalent for just one game.
Yeah.
That's insane. I just want to know the thought process behind that. I have no idea.
Yeah, so that extra $100 everybody's complaining about with the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Take that to the bank.
Yeah, right.
Because we paying for a lot more for a Sony console.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't know. I don't even feel like Brazil. The more I hear about Brazil is more like in regards to PC gaming. Anyway,
yeah.
It's like
wait.
Play some League or something. Mordekaiser es numero uno. All right, I think it's about time to finish this up. The maiden voyage of the Florida Gamers Podcast.
Well, we didn't hit too many icebergs that have sunk us, so I see we did a decent job.
Yeah, it definitely went good. Once you get going, you just start going. Let's see. Let's get a couple shout outs for just whatever. What's something awesome that you got to say happened in the past week or you heard about?
I mean, the only thing, it's finally nice to sit down and beat a game, and I finally went out and beat Blacklist.
Oh, snap.
What a game. Like, good lord. From beginning to end, the single player is well worth the price of admission.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, the multiplayer, it's alright if you want to play it, but that single player, man,
That's awesome.
It was...
Is it a stealth game?
It's a stealth...
Is it still in the line of the last game?
No.
Not as bad.
It has moments where you can play it off like that, but if you want to go perfectionist,
that's good.
Knock people out or just ghost by everybody, it has that option. That's what's good. It gives you the option. Whereas Conviction just can't force you to be like, yeah, you're Sam Fisher, you're pissed off, kill everybody. Which I was okay with, because there's Michael Ironside doing things like that, but the new guy, he plays an alright Fisher. I would have rather seen them retire him.
Yeah.
And then you just play under the vein of Michael Fisher, yeah.
I just want them to come out with Hitman Blood Money 2, because that's the only entry in the Hitman franchise, and I wish they'd make more. Yeah. Because there's only one game in the Hitman franchise, and it's called Blood Money. So.
Well, Absolution was a good return to the series.
I've heard the opposite, that it was not that great.
It wasn't Blood Money, but it wasn't bad.
I heard it was a little more linear than some people would have liked. That's one of the things.
There's some missions that are pretty
it doesn't open up later a little bit.
It just depends on the certain missions. I mean, there's a mission where you can just walk around in this entire cornfield and nobody even knows you're there. That you can dress up as what's it called? One of those guys who sit in a scarecrow. What happens if somebody walks by, you can jump on one of the crosses and hang there, and nobody knows. You're just like,
that's pretty cool.
I'm just a scarecrow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, the reason I love Blood Money so much was there's so much openness about how you go about things.
I mean, the openness and the level design was fantastic. I mean, the one where you have to go inside the FBI guy's house and kill him and walk out was just...
so many. There's that Mardi Gras-esque place. There is in that town or whatever that you could dress up as a clown or something like that.
Run around on the boat in Louisiana.
So cool.
That was just...
So many cool settings.
Back when Eidos would actually make really good games.
Yeah.
UI and
before they were... Oh wait, never mind. I was thinking of Enix for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, Squeenix is just killing their franchises slowly but surely.
It hurts me.
When you tell me a game like Sleeping Dogs, Tomb Raider, and Absolution, who were critical successes, are failures in the eyes of the company, it's just just get out of here.
You're not putting out Final Fantasy VII anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't expect the numbers you used to pull when JRPGs were still fresh and new to America. I mean, I've been a fan of them long before, Final Fantasy VII, but that was the big explosion in the quote-unquote golden era of JRPGs was Super Nintendo and PS1. That's not the case anymore, and we're sick and tired of fucking Lightning. So, please, at least...
Some people seem just...
I don't know what demographic they're going for, and I even kind of liked Final Fantasy 13. Don't kill me, I'm sorry. It had a great world and a lot of world building, and that's all I'm saying. And that's something I dig as a sci-fi person. Gameplay left something to be desired. So did some of the characters, but the world was beautiful and I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, it would just be nice to see Square Enix, put out a game where it's like, oh, we just want to sell 2 million to call it okay.
Exactly.
Not this 5. I mean, that's one thing.
Didn't they say Deus Ex was a failure too, or something like? Yeah, I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, same thing with Watch Dogs. I know Ubisoft wants to sell 5 million for Watch Dogs, and that's real hard for a new IP.
That's real, and I mean, people are immensely hyped for that game, but
still 5
million.
I mean, look at what Grand Theft Auto did. I mean, that's a super established franchise.
Exactly that. I mean, you could make Grand Theft Auto in the sandbox as a baby, and people would buy it.
Especially with Grand Theft Auto, they had an advertising campaign almost as much as the game cost itself.
Exactly. There were literal buildings plastered with Michael and shit like that.
That's unreal. So what about you? What have you got for...
I want to give a shout out to Paralyze in Gen 6 of Pokemon. You saved my ass constantly. Doogie Shed got mathed so hard when we played by it. That's why I almost won. Also, Honedge is the coolest fucking sword Pokemon ever. And you can suck my dick if you think otherwise. Oh, I'd say that's about it.
Alright guys, well keep in mind we have the event tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Show up.
Newport Rampage.
What time does it start?
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 8:30 pre-regs, or 8:30 registration's done. Tournaments start at 9 o'clock.
So we can get us out of there nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Time instead of, dragging it along. Keep in mind when you walk in the door, analytics.
Yeah, we definitely will have our tournament sign-ups. Paul will be there, ready to get some information for you so we can get all that real good. Just trying to get it as organized as we can so we can get numbers.
Yeah, once you come in the door, give us if you want to play or not. Just play in a tournament, just go ahead and walk off and do your thing. We won't answer anything for the rest of the night.
Also, I may have heard someone say that they are bringing an Oculus Rift setup. Did I tell you that?
You did.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, so if you ever wanted to see that, which I honestly never thought I was going to get the chance to play, you might want to come out. Or if you want to come get bodied at Smash Brothers, Marvel, or Street Fighter.
There's a big call that we're MPR's free.
Oh yeah, we got called out, so we're going to have to teach them what's what. We got me, Josh, Dan, and my new friend that I met named Michael, who's really good at Street Fighter 2, representing us. Oh, and of course, our boy Mark, he's oiling up because he plays Hakan like no one else. Time to oil up. Alright, well, I hope to see everyone there. I hope you guys enjoyed our podcast. We ran a little bit past 30 minutes, but hey, it's new. And you all love me and Paul anyway, so can't say anything else but that.